November snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they had the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down, this is McCaffrey. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 34. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years. So he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this one complete to Davis. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Stephen Weatherly just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, the ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Bridgewater. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
40-yard line.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. That's good for a Carolina first. Bridgewater to Moore. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or 2. We'll be watching that one later on today.
It's out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now a first-time Pro Bowler from a season ago. It's Dalvin Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Third down, Jackson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the one to get him, and that is sacked for him on the year.
An 8-yard.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own 49-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down.
To throw, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Anthony Barr in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi.
For the Panthers.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for him throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, well, it tells you just how stubborn they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. A really nice gain of 25 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. They'll try and run it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
33.
Jeremy Chin there defensively.
The tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 39-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll throw on first down to Jackson. Steps away to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to the ground, Cook. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And for the moment, this will be a first down. We have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. Umpire threw the flag. Usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
2-yard line.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, and now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Off the option, that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Rosas good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Rosas set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
They begin with a run by Davis. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Throwing, Bridgewater, taking a shot for... He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 77 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Lining up for the point after.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fake snap that can get returned, a straight sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
1st and 10.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Complete. Jefferson the target. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. It changed the name. I like your respect. Get it more than when I get expected at the back. In fact, I know I sat down with my accountant. He said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is...
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Jefferson, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jackson. He's going to try and go deep again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Boston. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. Now Jackson. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
42-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw again is Jackson. That'll be complete to Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Jackson's pass.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
play fake. Here's Jackson. And he's got Rudolph. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
But that false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. The play fake. Jackson. Forced out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Off play action. Jackson flushed out right. His guy's made. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. B.C. Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Albrecht Rosas.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. And now he'll tuck it and run. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A 1st down carry for Davis. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Brought down by D.J. Wanham.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 44, Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough to hit him and force that incompletion. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Trying to get the run game going. Here's Davis. And some room to roam now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Anthony Barr.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Second and 6. Now a handoff to Davis. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 14. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They keep it with Davis on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Davis trying to run for him. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off the play fake. Jackson. And has it to tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Again, Jackson. The rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was a type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And Jackson throwing once more. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On the carry, it's Davis. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Here's a give to Davis. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run forward with Davis. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made.
In the backfield, standing alone here on 2nd and goal is Davis. They get it to him running left. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Mike Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Johnson now returning. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Try to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone.
1st and 10.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Jackson now. Dancing to his left. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Jackson.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Has it left side. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Anyway, just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They go again with Davis. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Panthers, the streak continues as they push their mark to a now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye.